so we're at the coffee house this morning with Cris. Here she
Hello.
is. That's Cris.
Good morning.
And we're going to look at some of her work. She brought along some. Yeah.
I would love to talk about the actual sketchbooks.
Yeah, sure. Let's take a look. Yeah,
All
sure.
right.
Is some of your work in there?
Yeah.
Okay. Well then that's good. That's a doubly fun. All right.
I would like to talk about these sketchbooks because I think it's very hard to find one that I really like.
Yes.
I like Arches paper. It's my favorite, but they don't sell sketchbooks, the travel book that I like anymore. And then I started researching.
The Carnet de Voyage.
Exactly. That was my favorite, but we can't find it anymore. And then the one with the hard cover.
Yes.
It's just too expensive, and I like to expand my drawings and draw a little bit bigger. So I started trying different things. So I found some interesting ones, a bunch of them that I don't like. But my favorite one is this one here.
Yeah, let's talk about this. Wow, that's a big one.
It's a wonderful paper. It's a beautiful format. I love it, but it's too pricey. It's a Saunders and Watercolor that I bought in Manchester, but here in the US I can't even find it.
Wow.
Love the texture of the paper.
How heavy can I feel the
It's
paper?
it's very heavy.
Wow.
It takes a lot of water. I love it, but it's almost 50 euros for a book. Thank you.
So so do you know if the paper is 100% cotton?
It's 100% cotton. Oh yeah. So I have some unfinished ones, and I have some
thumbnails. Can I see your thumbnails?
Thumbnails. Yeah, they're not even finished. Just some sketches.
Sure.
Studies for vegetation that I don't do a lot. Some skylines in Minneapolis. And then I started collecting pages, which was like this one here. Right?
So this is just this isn't really a sketchbook per se. It's just
more like loose, like pages that
Let's take a look at some.
I used to carry. Some were made in studio. This was on site. So what I do is, let me see if I have any here. I just mask the tape around. You know, this one here was done last time we met at the Minnehaha Avenue. So I just masked some tape. But you know, it's not so...
Yeah, I know. I remember seeing this one. Remember when we were sketching at, were we sketching dogs at the...
at the pet,
So this is Chicago?
This is Chicago, yeah.
And that's, they give you these colors to try? Or?
Well, I've got this new palette and was trying here the colors. You know, I like to show the process as well.
Spectacular. Yeah.
Thank you. And this was Florida.
Wow, that's amazing.
And this was painted local as well, but here's the problem. It's all loose, and you need to find a box or something to keep it afterwards, you know?
Sure.
So I'm not sure if I'm 100% okay with that, and that's how I cut my own Arches papers.
So you get a big sheet of Arches and you cut it down.
I cut it the size of this Midori.
You make
I
your
really
own.
I make my own.
What do you use to cut it with?
I just fold it several times back and forth, and I rip it apart.
Oh.
Because I like the actual deco, you know. But then you can have different like grammatures or smooth or, you know, cold press, hot press, whatever you want. And I like that. It's just that, again...
Yeah, let's look at these. Let's spread these out a little.
All right, let's see. So this is Brazil, in my hometown, right? The Congress. It's a Niemeyer project. This one is old, when I was in Caylus, south of France. This one was a restaurant in Toulouse. And this one was another Another one of the near Myers buildings was in Sao Paulo.
That's inside the building there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Cuba.
Cuba. When did you travel there?
April last year.
Because
April.
people might
No,
not know
I'm
this
sorry,
about
February.
you, but you're a world traveler as well. You go everywhere.
I try.
Yeah. Well, let's see this. I wonder.
This is my dad.
This is your father?
Yeah.
Here?
This is, we were in Sao Paulo at the time. And there are some people. So, again, here's the problem. It's very nice. I like the shape. It's nice that you have twice the size, you know, that you can fold. It's very compact and light, but again, you need to find a place to put your drawings afterwards.
Right.
And moleskin, I don't like the color, you know, it's not very, I don't like the cream color. I don't like the texture. I think it's great for drawing. I like it for drawing, but not for watercolors.
Not for watercolor.
Yep.
Paper's not as heavy as you'd like it to be.
No, it's not. I use a lot of water, I scrape, you know, I lift colors, so I like. And then I finally found my solution. I found this book online. It's a Fabriano, and it's wonderful.
Is it cotton?
It's cotton, and it's a nice book. I like the size, and I started.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's the cathedral here in St. Paul?
It is.
That's a wonderful
See, Larry.
Oh, yeah. Oh, but you just posted that one recently, didn't you?
I think so.
Yeah.
That's wonderful work.
Thank you.
Beautiful. I like that you include all the detail with the lamps and the street lights and stuff. People, a lot of times they exactly, it adds life to it. People leave that stuff out because they're just drawing the cathedral.
Then I just started this one, but I'm loving the color, and I think that's my favorite sketchbook.
Fabriano, and then let's see some details here.
So let's
Okay,
talk
this is
about,
Chris's
just a minute.
palette.
This is
Quick.
a slide.
Yes.
Let me get this.
No
Okay.
problem.
Let's talk about the palette.
Okay.
All right. So this little sketch here, all my colors in order, and I tried as much as possible to keep like the cool colors here and the warm colors here. These are kind of in between. And these are all extras that I don't really need, but they're there.
Tell me what kind of paints are in here, Chris?
You know what? It's a mix. Most of them, Daniel Smith, my favorite.
Okay,
But then
Daniel
I have-
Smith's your favorite.
It's my favorite. Then I have Winsor Newton, I have Chiminkas, I have Senelius, I have all kinds combined.
M. Graham, do you use that?
I do. This, no. I think I do, this red. And I also have one that's this one here that I can't remember the brand name. Let me see. But I really like that color, you know, it's just a personal taste.
Okay, let's see.
Mayberry.
Oh, Mayberry. Oh,
Mayberry.
good, yeah, sure.
It's the only one I've got, but I love that color, so.
Wow. Okay, and what's in your kit? Let's see your
My
kit.
neighbor down the hall and her
You're
husband
on.
are in Costa Rica. She wants to bring this guy
So
home.
everything you have here fits in this little
Everything I need. I have a little water bottle,
I've never seen a
Okay.
chameleon or
some
an iguana with
paper
that many
napkins.
colors.
Okay.
Since I
paper
travel
napkin.
when I travel to
Yeah.
humid places, I just put one of those or two,
Yes.
you know, just to keep humidity out of
Sure.
it. My travel brushes.
Got a nice mop brush here,
Yep.
and all the little sizes. What do you use for fine points?
The tip of this one here actually. When it's wet, it's really pointy.
This is a little mop brush. What makes this one?
Raphael.
Okay.
It's actually a kit that came 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's one at home that I don't use, but
It's
6
a synthetic,
brushes.
yeah.
Yeah. This one is not as much. The other ones are very synthetic, but this one is my favorite. It's good. It's a good brush.
And what else is in
then-
this kit?
Then I have another compartment here. And so I have my ink pens. colored pencil with 6 colors on it. You know, it's just retractable.
Sure.
And then you can twist and change colors. And I have some mechanical pencil, water-based. I love this
What is this?
pencil. It's
Oh,
water
wow.
soluble,
I
so
see.
if I want something to bleed, you know, I just switch to that.
Use that.
And different, because I prefer pencil way more than ink, so I use
Call some clutch pencils. Yeah.
different sizes.
Sure. Look at this big one. It's nice. What is this, Chris?
This one's also by Watercolor, and it has wax on it, so it's waterproof.
Okay,
It's
okay.
very black.
So when you're doing loose outlines in your drawings, you just use something like this that's bigger.
Or this one, if I want to bleed or not. So,
Ah, I see. Okay.
and
What else
then
is in here? You got some erasers?
I have my Viarco, my favorite brand for.
What is it, Chris?
It's a water-based charcoal that you can use. You can pick it up and use as like it's almost like a sailor kind of a chalk,
Sure.
you know.
Okay, gotcha.
But it's charcoal and it's water-based. You can use as watercolor as well. It's very, very black. It's more opaque.
Right.
So if I really want to use like something black and make a point, that's my choice.
Nice.
In my little water.
Hi, Shirley.
Ah, perfect. Compact. Easy to take with you.
And that's it.
And you just bring a water bottle with you, and that's it.
There we go. That's it.
How about water brushes? Do you use any water brush?
I have these on here, but I don't use that much because it's so synthetic. It's nylon, so I don't care too much.
Yes. Well, this is fantastic,
All right.
Chris. What are you working on today?
Well, today I'm gonna teach a class.
Yes.
So I'll need
So what
to
if
take
people
off
are
some-
interested in learning more about you? Where should they go?
They can go to my website, www.crisfranchevich.com.
Yes, it's a mouthful, but I'll
Long
post it
last
in a description.
Yep. Thank you.
What?
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
All right. Have a great day.
Thanks. And you too. Thanks.